Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. Had to think about that for a minute. I gotta say that this episode was really good. I mean, we're gonna talk about it because there is there's a lot of things that's just not making a lot of sense. Um, there's some issues within it, but as a whole, I generally loved it. Now, Bill, Bill like an idiot, after he got the confession, he decides to go in the next room and talk to Ridge and, the FBI agent, and he's like, yeah, we got her. We got her. We sold her. We really tricked her and everything like that. I'm like, bro, it's not like you went outside. You checked behind yourself to make sure that you wasn't followed or anything. You literally just went in the next room and was just like, yeah, we got her. Yeah, this chick is going to jail. What? So of course, the thing is, Bill was acting strange after he got the confession. He was acting strange, and Ridge was like, "Come on, bro, you're doing too much now. You need to kind of reel it back a little bit." So he goes out there, and she's like, "You got what? What do you mean you got me?" Now during this whole confession, Ridge is like, "Yeah, we got her." But I guess his name is Chang or something like that. He's like, yeah, but we still don't have her in custody. And I'm just like, okay, you don't have her in custody. What's taking so long? How far away is this FBI agent thing compared to this mansion? Like, how far? I don't understand why they don't have people like on stand. This is the part that just blew me throughout the entire episode. You got her, right? Why are people just not there faster? I'm not saying they got a teleport, but Jesus Christ, it shouldn't take that long for them to get en route and be like, Bill, you just gotta sit there and hold her there until we get there. How far away are you? I mean, wasn't a blackout that happened that caused her to act all like skittish in the first place? So how far away? Doesn't make any sense. So you got that going on. And at this point, he's like, all right, screw it. So he's like, yeah, we got you. You know, you're going to jail. I never loved you, just that and the third. Meanwhile, you got Sheila is just completely dumbfounded by this whole thing. Like, what are you talking about? You said you loved me. I mean, we were together. You defended me against your family. I'm like, Sheila, you can't be this dumb. And it literally takes her a couple of minutes for her to catch on, for her to get the gravity of the situation that's going on. So now they're going back and forth. You got Ridge and the FBI agent, just standing there. And I'm like, so is there a particular reason why they're not there now? Is there a particular reason why the SWAT team didn't just bust on in there now? They've been talking for a good 30 something minutes. And you're telling me that, listen, I heard LA traffic is bad, but it can't be that bad. No. It ain't having enough. So our Bill goes on and on and on about how you hurt all these people, you're not going to hurt them anymore. And Sheila's like, oh, well, I just want to be loved and this, that, and the third, and I'm not a monster and blah, 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 blah. Listen, I loved it because it was very, and this is why I sit there and say this episode is really good because it reminded me of the classics where they really are very overdramatic. I'm not a monster, and I mean, she was really overselling it, but it was so nostalgic to me that I let the whole thing ride, except for the stupid part where I'm just like, where are the cops now? I don't understand why is this chick not in handcuffs? So that goes on for a while, right? Now, at some point, okay, so here's the issue. Where I sit there and say I enjoyed it because it was nostalgic. Because it was very 90s. So they start arguing more, and of course Bill is like somewhat by the balcony, and Sheila just had enough. So Sheila tries to ram him, and I mean, come on now. This dude is like what, two something. You're not moving this guy, okay? This guy is literally the definition of a brick wall. So he's just like, what? It's like trying to ram the juggernaut, okay? It's just laughable. And he pretty much kind of just like tosses her. Well, he kind of just, it's not even so much toss, he just kind of, she ran at him and he just kind of just like moved his body an inch like a bull, and she just went over the balcony. Okay, and she did the classic "I'm dead" pose. With I don't know how you do it, but that's pretty much how she did it, right? Very '90s vibe. The problem is we don't live in the '90s anymore. Okay, we don't live in an era like we live in an era where it's like your cell phone is practically a computer. Okay, we all know that Kimberly is on contract. Okay, so unless she did something to screw that up, to just kibosh that whole thing, we know that, you know, they're not going to kill her off or anything like that. Even this whole, we're going to send her to jail for years. That would have worked in the 90s when we didn't actually have cell phones and stuff like that. We could just look it up and be like, what do you mean she's going to jail? She's on contract. What are you talking about? So it's kind of a bit of a trade off with technology as far as that's concerned. She got that going on. So now it looks like she's dead. Most likely she's in a coma. Unless they decide to get somebody else in there that's not Sheila, that she's playing a whole new character. Um, which I don't think they're gonna do that out there because that's definitely the wrong path. But um, I guess that's probably one of the downsides about being on contract. You just don't know. I don't know if Finn is on contract. The actor that plays Finn's on contract. When they killed him, when he was done for a while, it was like, well, to be honest, I really didn't care because I didn't think he was really a good actor. But then also the way that they give him the dialogue is kind of a mixture of both. So there's that. I still don't think he's a good actor. Just want to throw that out there. Um, but I never bothered to look to sit there and see if the dude was on contract. So when he came back, it was kind of shocking to me. Now, if he was on contract, it wouldn't have really mattered. It wouldn't have been a good impact, you know? Maybe that's why it's so hard to get some people on contract because they want a bit of that mystery. They want to sit there and be like, okay, well, he's not on contract, but he could come back, but he may not come back, you know? So you got that going on, right? And that's literally the best part. With all his flaws, and I mean the fact that it took is 30 minutes, and I haven't seen one agent bust through that door, but which is really laughable, but that's the best part. Unfortunately, if that wasn't the best part for you, then the rest of the episode just goes because you got Brooke and you got Kate that's just talking about the same thing. I don't understand what's going on with Bill. I mean, they're all this that they do is analyzing Bill's strange behavior with Sheila. We don't understand. What am I going to sit there and talk to my son? How can he sit there and betray his family like that? Da 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 da. And just to add insult to injury, let's throw Carter in the mix. Because why not? Since they're already talking about it. So he comes in there, and once again, he just kind of chimes in on the same conversation that they've been having for way too long. Okay? Just way too long. It was pretty much just a conversation about Bill and Sheila. And that was it. That was literally it. The same thing that you talked about yesterday. It's the same thing that they were talking about today. So if you want, you can just fast forward past that part because it's pointless. It's 100% pointless. Pointless is meaningless, and it doesn't really go anywhere. They're just there because, well, I gotta find some way to sit there and stretch out that time. So yeah, that was it. That was it. That was literally their part. Everything else was great. Loved it. I can't wait to sit there and see what's going to wind up happening tomorrow. And yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. I can't think of anything else. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Stay safe. See you next video or the next live stream, which will be tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. I have to make sure I said that right. Sometimes I don't enunciate stuff. Which I go 5 days a week, 7 days a week, 5 days regular stream, twice a week for the members. If you're not a member, hit the join button at the bottom. We have a lot of fun. Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.